This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. Today I'm joined by three local nonprofits, ALMAS, the DuPage Symphony Orchestra, and Kittenville. You're watching Spotlight, and joining me now from ALMAS is Lily Burciaga. It's so good to have you here with us, Lily.
Thank you for having me. So happy to be here.
Absolutely. Now, you are a new organization. You're the first Latino-led, Latino-focused nonprofit that is really all about serving the Latino community right here in Naperville and the surrounding area. Talk a little bit about that journey.
Well, ALMAS has been focused on connecting, celebrating, and empowering the Latino community. We aim to connect not only local and Latino leaders, but also the rest of the community that wants to feel celebrated and have a sense of belonging within the community. We also aim to really reach out to individuals who want to be Latino allies and who are interested in learning more about our different cultures, celebrating with us, and really being a supporter. One thing that I would say is that we've really seen a growth, at least locally for us. You know, we are a very small nonprofit, but we have seen a growth in our Latino leadership, and that's really exciting. You know, people are feeling empowered to come out and get engaged. That's awesome. And I think too, and I loved how you said Latino cultures, because it's not just one culture. It represents a very large number of different cultures within that, right? Exactly, yeah. Yeah. As you, Lily, I know this was a passion for you, but what was kind of the moment when you said, gosh, we need to do this. We need to found this organization. Honestly, I think it's been, as a mother, you know, and I have three different kids, different ages. But when we moved to Naperville about 8 years ago now, it was really hard to find a Latino community where I could, you know, have my children meet other kids that speak Spanish, because we don't live in the dual language school district. But also just locally not having a place to, you know, celebrate different traditions, and always having to go away or drive out to the city or even to other suburbs to celebrate. And so really just wanting to have my family and our friends, you know, have places and events locally where we could celebrate our cultures and share with others as well, because we know that there's a lot of people that are supportive, that also want to learn about our cultures and get involved. Yeah, so I know we've covered a couple, but talk a little bit about some of the events that you've put on in this first year. You've been very busy. We have been really busy, and in a very good way. Just to share, you know, more recently, we've had, I can think of three this year that have been pretty active. More recently, this was back in March, you know, we held a panel, and ALMAS loves hosting panels. We're all about dialogue and conversation and getting the community involved and really, you know, discussing important issues that impact us. And this was Beyond Borders, a forum on asylum seekers and new arrivals. And it was a wonderful panel. I think it was so educational. We had a wonderful panel, one of them being Representative Dagmara Avelar. And we just had discussion about, well, what are the true facts about what's happening? And the community asked tons of really good questions. There was folks taking notes throughout the entire panel. So it was really empowering to see a large group of people come together just to learn and to figure out, you know, how can we help? Yeah. And then more recently as well, you know, we partnered with the city of Naperville for the hosting of the sculptures, the Olmec head sculptures. These are sculptures that are part of a larger sculpture art display happening throughout DuPage. And Naperville will be hosting, or is hosting actually, we're hosting two different sculptures of the Olmec heads that are representative of the Mesoamerican Olmec culture. We have one sculpture located at the 95th Street Library and one sculpture at the Nichols Library. And that's also a connection, right? It's connecting Naperville's Latino community. I've seen them up in Wheaton and Glen Ellen, so it really is nice. And it's a big representation of the indigenous roots that we see in Mexican culture. We have more programming related to that we're planning with the city, and we're really excited to roll that out. The sculptures will be around until about October. Okay.
Okay.
And then more recently as well, in May, we had an event at the 95th Street Library, Dia del Niño, celebrating Children's Day. And it was a full day of many events. We had a great turnout. And it was so wonderful to see so many children of all cultures just come and feel celebrated and engaging with one another, having fun. And at the same time, incorporating various aspects of different Latino cultures, and not just with the piñata, but also with arts and crafts, different games, etc.
Well, and isn't that so true for young people? That's the best time to learn, right? And you're the most open to that information. You're
Yes.
open to the connections, and then ultimately that does help make you feel empowered because you're informed.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you have coming up in terms of events, Lily?
We have two really exciting events. One that I think I'm the most excited about is a youth panel, and this will take place September 18th, and this is Our Voices, Our Minds by POC Youth Navigating Mental Health. And this is in partnership with North Central College. And the second one is Naperville's second Dia de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, cultural event happening on November 2nd in downtown Naperville.
Okay, so you've got lots of things that you've already done, lots of things you've got coming up. Talk a little bit about membership, or how do people get engaged with you, Lily?
So all of these wonderful events are possible when we have engaged leadership, engaged members. And so with ALMAS being a membership-based organization, membership is so important to us. It's a way for people to get connected and also to get involved. We have various different committees. We have communications and marketing, events and programming. We have a membership committee, and also our youth advisory council. And so a big part of getting involved is joining our membership, which is free. Individuals can participate as much as they're able to, as much as their schedule allows. And really it's about finding something that you're passionate about and seeing how you can help, how you can get involved. For some people, it is just about volunteering at the day of at an event.
Yep.
And of course that's welcomed as well, because we are volunteer run and we welcome all sorts of engagement. We have a lot of allies as well who join our membership that want to get just be up to date about what's happening and knowing when our next events are coming up.
That's wonderful. So lots of ways to get involved. You've
Yes.
had an amazing start, and sounds like you're off to a good second year.
Yeah, we really are.
Thanks for stopping by, Lily. And if you would like to learn more about ALMAS, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.
This is the Run My Own Business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and joining me now from the DuPage Symphony Orchestra are Jane Clark and Brooke Wiseman. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And Jane, I'm going to start right out with you with regards to give us a little bit of background on the mission of the DuPage Symphony Orchestra.
Sure. Well, the DuPage Symphony Orchestra has been in DuPage County for 70 years. So
that's a long time.
Remarkable. We've been the soundtrack for the community for all of that time. And our mission is to inspire and offer cultural enrichment through excellence in music, through educational programs, and through community outreach to all of the residents of DuPage County and beyond. And we really strive to be an integral part of the community, inspiring everyone with our wide variety of programs and performances.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, having seen it, they're fantastic. Absolutely
Yeah.
great. Yes. So, Brooke, you're on the executive committee. What got you to think, I think I should get involved with the DSO?
Right. Well, first of all, there's several things that are really important to me with that makes me think, oh, yes, I want to keep going with this, too. And so one of them is, of course, our concerts, which are very wonderful, a great time to come. And our next one is October October 13th at 3 o'clock. So we'd love to have a lot of people come and join that. The other are the other people that I work with, the volunteers that actually work with this. Obviously the musicians, but also we have very dedicated people. I admire all of them, how much work they put into that. And I really feel like that's really an important part of what we do. And we also do community work and help teach music education out to all ages outside our concerts. And I feel like that's a really important thing that kind of tugs at my heartstrings.
Yeah, well, you're sort of growing that next generation. I mean, you've had 70 years in the past.
Right.
You want to keep going for another 70 years,
That's right? That's right. And I feel like that's the kind of thing, that's kind of a hidden secret for us, that people don't realize that other than what you come to, there's back work happening to improve the communities around us, too.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Now, obviously, no orchestra is complete without the maestra, so tell us a little bit about the maestra.
Yeah, our maestra has been with us, Barbara Schubert, for 41 years, which is a remarkable achievement in and of itself. Her leadership and dedication have really, I think, elevated the DSO to a new level. And one of the things that Barbara does so well is she brings out the best in our incredibly talented group of musicians, but she's also able to connect and engage with the audience members at a very profound level. And I think that her dedication, her leadership are what has really made the DSO one of the most beloved classical nonprofits in DuPage County.
Well, they have such an interesting role, right? Because there's the whole keeping the orchestra organized and creatively and all of that kind of stuff. But there is that entertainment factor on the day of the concert, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about some of the details about your educational programs, because you mentioned those off the top. So give us a little bit more about what those look like.
Sure. We believe that music education has the power to transform lives. And so we offer a wide variety of free programming to musicians of all ages and all skill levels, from workshops to master classes to youth concerts, all free of charge. And in addition to that, we have a wealth of great educational resources on our website that anyone can access, again, free of charge. Our goal is really to make classical music accessible to everyone and inspire a lifelong love of music within our community.
I love that. And talk a little bit about where would we go? If we were coming to be part of your programs, where would we go?
Sure, we perform at Wenz Hall on the campus of North Central College.
Okay, and is that where your educational programs are also based?
Those are held throughout the whole county. We partner with a lot of schools, so our musicians go out into the community, into the schools. You'll find us at local libraries, you'll find us at the upcoming Naperville Arts Fair. So we're out in the community as much as we can be.
Okay, I love that. So you're taking the music to the people, if you will.
Absolutely.
Yes, and then obviously Wenz Hall, such a great facility, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure the musicians enjoy that.
Yes, very much.
Yes. Brooke, so, how do people get involved with the orchestra?
Right. We're really interested in having people get involved with us. And we have a lot of different ways that people can come on board with us. So obviously, musicians, people who love music could come to the concerts and see what it's like. But beyond that, we're looking for people who are interested in volunteering with us. So we would have people that maybe would like to join a committee of our board, would like to think about coming on our board, bring certain skill sets to that. We also have jobs like ushers at every concert and other events where we could use a lot of help from people that are going to be willing to come and work with us at those different activities. So it's a lot of fun, and we're open to all kinds of people, and it's just a welcoming environment. And so I think that we'd love to have people come and then join us in helping out. We're like really volunteers putting this together. So.
Well, you've certainly got the energy for it. I love that. And maybe just a moment more on your musicians. Like if I'm a musician out there and I hear and I know the quality of the music, how do I get more information about maybe if there's a spot for me on the DSO?
Right. Yeah, I would go to our website.
Yeah.
All the information is right there, and you can connect, send an email, connect with our maestra, and get more information that way.
Okay, wonderful. I won't be doing that personally because I'm not very talented, but other people might be. So,
right.
As we wrap up, talk a little bit about your upcoming season and how do we get tickets and what does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great season coming up. We actually have, a 6-concert season starting in October going through May. The tickets are available on our website. And I just want to emphasize that the DSO is for everyone. We welcome everyone, whether they're a lifelong classical music aficionado or it's brand new to you. Please come, please join us. Please discover the joy of listening to live classical music for yourself, and we will welcome you. So go to our website and find all the information about tickets for individual concerts and season subscriptions.
Okay, that's wonderful. Can I bring the kids?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
yes, kid-friendly.
Kid-friendly, anybody can come. I think sometimes people have these images of, well, I couldn't go to a symphony. Believe me, you can come. And so it's like, really, it's relaxed, it's comfortable, and it's right here. And you can easily get home at night and find parking and all those kind of wonderful things. So just come on and try it.
Come try it. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by, and we wish you all the best for your next season.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to find out more about the DuPage Symphony Orchestra, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.
This is the When Art Flourishes, Everyone Flourishes commitment. This is the Let's Revitalize Our Neighborhoods commitment. This is the Roll Up Our Sleeves and Pitch In commitment. This is Busey, where our commitment to strengthen our communities is a top priority. Through energetic, engaged volunteers, through monetary support and advocacy. Because Busey is more than a bank that does well, we're a bank that does good.
Rise and shine, Naperville. I'm NBC5's Stephen Holt here at the new Matrix Club. Join me for breakfast and a show and experience all the excitement of being part of a live TV audience for the morning show. Buy your tickets today and support your hometown television station, NCTV 17.
Welcome back to Spotlight. And joining me now from Kittenville is Susan O'Day. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you having us.
Yes, so now let's introduce your friend.
This is Kulia. This is one of our mama kitties. She had 7 kittens in one of our foster homes earlier this year.
Okay, she's been a busy mama.
She is, and she's available for adoption right now.
Okay, well, let's see if we can't get her adopted before the end of the show.
That works for me.
Susan, tell us a little bit about what Kittenville is all about. What do you do?
Absolutely. So we are a foster-based rescue organization. So we've been a nonprofit since 2021, and I've been fostering for about 12 years now. So as a foster-based organization, we work with a local rescue group, and we pull cats and kittens from local shelters and from shelters in Kentucky. So that could be a pregnant cat like she was when we got her.
Okay.
And she had her very last litter of kittens in our home. It could be a mom who already has kittens, or we might get a group of kittens who don't have a mom, maybe bottle babies who need to be fed, or a group of younger kittens who just need some time to socialize and get healthy. But either way, all of the cats in our care get the same general treatment. We get them healthy, we socialize them. Everybody is spayed and neutered prior to adoption. They all get age-appropriate vaccines, they're dewormed, they're microchipped, and then we get them ready to be adopted.
Okay, that's busy. You're very busy with that, right?
We're very, very busy.
Yeah, what drives you to do that?
What I didn't know before I started fostering is that overpopulation in animal shelters is a real thing. A lot of shelters will euthanize animals for space. When they don't have space to keep them any longer, they have to euthanize them to make space. So as an animal welfare organization, we can pull animals, put them in a foster home, and that makes space for other animals to come in, which means maybe they don't have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you've been doing it for about 12 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow. Any particular cat that's been a favorite?
Okay, favorite is hard because we have fostered ourselves over 700 cats.
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. It's like a little mini army.
It kind of is. It kind of is. But last year we had a very, very special kitty. Her name was Radish. We give all of our litters theme names.
Okay.
So they were taco toppings.
Okay. Radishes on a taco?
Some people put radishes on tacos.
All right, I'll go with it.
Yeah, we're going to go with it. She had some health concerns. We had to do quite a bit to get her over those health concerns. And she stayed with us for a lot longer than kittens normally would. Generally, kittens are adopted out when they are maybe 12, 10 weeks old, something like that.
Okay.
She stayed with us until she was 9 months old.
All right.
Because of the health concerns she had.
Okay.
We needed to monitor her for a while. We ended up taking her up to the University of Madison, Wisconsin veterinary program to do some specialized testing, some diagnostics. She's perfectly healthy now. We kept her and her brother so they would be together. And a lovely family here in Naperville adopted them, and she turns 1 this week.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So talk a little bit, because I think you have a little bit of a unique approach at how you work with finding adoptees. So how do you work at Kittenville?
So one of the things we do is we go live Monday through Thursday on our Facebook page. So we give the opportunity for people who either they follow us or they can come to our Facebook page and watch, and they can see the animals that are in our care. So they can jump on, they can ask questions when we're going live. They can ask questions just by typing them in, and then I see those questions, I can answer them directly. And if they miss the live, they're doing something else, they can just type their questions in and we can answer them. This gives us an opportunity to not only promote our program and the animals in our program, but to show people what fostering is all about and maybe get more people interested in fostering, which in the end helps us to save more animals.
Okay. Well, now, and talk a little bit about that. So can anybody foster a cat or a kitten? And are they mostly kittens or mostly cats?
That's a really good question. First of all, anybody can foster.
Okay.
Absolutely anybody. And they can foster whatever population they want to foster. It doesn't have to be kittens. Some people honestly would rather chew glass than have a kitten in their home. Kittens are a little bit crazy. There's a reason we didn't bring any kittens today.
Thank you for that.
They can be a little bit much. Her kittens are bouncing off the walls right now. But when people sign up to foster, they can decide what population they want to take. And we absolutely respect their wishes on that. But you don't need any special skills except the ability to care for the cats and kittens that you decide to take. You don't need much except a place to keep them. We do recommend you keep them in a separate place. A bathroom will work, because think about it. If they're not in a foster home, they're in a cage in animal control. So your bathroom's a lot nicer than that.
Okay.
One thing I will always tell people is ask what the rescue wants you to do before you decide to foster. And what I mean by that is, what's your responsibility? From our organization, we pay for everything. So we pay for the food, we pay for the litter, all the medical is done at our vet, so people don't have to pay for that. And when people are signing up to foster, it's important to ask where the vet is. When I first started fostering, it was with a different organization, and the vet was 40 minutes away.
Okay.
And they didn't take appointments, and it was walk-in, and they had limited
that's a little
hours.
rough on the day.
I have a full-time job, and so it was a little rough. And so we are so lucky to work with VCA Naper Ridge here in Naperville and the amazing team at Spay, Illinois in Lisle. And so if people are not in that general area, then maybe we're not the right organization for them. But if they want to sign up and foster, find an organization that has a vet that works for them.
So Susan, how can people help you if they can't foster? Because obviously that's your primary thing that you'd like people to do. But there have to be other ways that people can help your organization.
Absolutely true. So as I said, we are foster-based. So we don't actually have something where people can come and help clean cages or socialize the cats, because they'd be coming to my house, and that's a little bit weird. People I don't know come into my house. So we do have, however, ways that people can help us. Say, for example, if they wanted to help financially, they can go to our website. We do have wish lists on our website. What we have found is that people really like to go and maybe say, I'd like to help kittens eat some food this week. Let's buy them a case of food. So they can go to our wish lists, which are through Amazon and Chewy, and they can do that. And if they're not able to do that, one of the very best ways to help us, which costs them no money, go to our social media. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on TikTok. They can follow us, they can like us when they see our posts, they can share, they can comment. All of that pushes our content out so that people see her and other cats like her, their friends see them. Maybe it gets our content in front of somebody who's looking for a cat or who's looking to foster, and that gets them interested, and maybe the
Gets
cats
them connected.
Yeah, and gets the connection made. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Well, as we wrap up here, if we're going to make a little pitch for this cat, what's our pitch for this cat?
She is the nicest cat ever. She's incredibly sweet. She's incredibly friendly. She will do fantastic in a home with other cats. She has no problem with them. But if someone wants her as an only cat, that's fine too. She's only about 1.5 years old, and she has just been incredibly sweet and friendly, and she'll make a great companion for somebody.
Love that. And she's been so sweet just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just chilling out. Susan, thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it, and we wish you all the best as you go
we're
forward.
so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. And if you want more information about Kittenville, please go and visit their website. I'd like to thank all of my guests for joining us on Spotlight, and our friends at Busey Bank for their generous sponsorship of today's show. To learn more about the organizations featured on this episode, please visit our website at nctv17.org. And to stay informed about what's happening in our community, sign up to receive our daily news update and like and follow us on social media. For Spotlight, I'm Jane Wernette. Thank you for watching. This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank.